7:30, I declare a quorum for the City of Groton Mayor and Council meeting for Monday, December 3rd, 2018. Clerk Patrick, will you please call the roll?
Present are Mayor Keith Hedrick, Deputy Mayor Lawrence Barish, Councilors Jill Rusk, Jamal Beckford, Stephen Sheffield, Guinevere Depot, Rashad Carter, Finance Director Ron Newhouse, Clerk Deborah Patrick.
Okay, please stand and salute the flag. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, recognitions, awards, and memorials. Councilor Sheffield.
Yes, I'd like to give a memorial to Janice Waller, who passed away last week. Attended her life of celebration at the Z House this past, was it last Friday? And wonderful woman, mother, grandmother, a pioneer for women back to Ella Grasso, one of the first public servants for women in the state, and Councilor Rusk and Depot would, have owe her probably a great deal of gratitude for groundbreaking for you women to be part of the public service here in Groton. She's very important for Groton and for the entire state. So my condolences to the family and her closest friends.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, receipt of citizens petitions. Do we have anyone out there who would like to speak? Okay, we do not. Responses to citizen petitions will pass over. Approval of the minutes, like a motion for approval of the November 19, 2018 Mayor and Council meeting minutes.
So second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Need a motion for the November 26, 2018 Committee of the Whole meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Communications and reports. Councilor Rusk.
No report.
Councilor Becker.
Nothing to report.
Councilor Sheffield.
Nothing to report.
Councilor Depot.
Nothing to report.
Councilor Carter.
No, nothing to report.
Deputy Mayor Garish.
Yes, yesterday I attended a memorial service at the Groton Light Develops.
Okay. Where am I? Finance Director Uhas.
I just wanted to give a quick update on the status of the audit and where we're at with that. We made a commitment that we would keep you kind of informed along the way. All the audit field work is about 99% done. We are still waiting on the actuaries for the OPEB and the pension footnotes. So that's at the end to get the report finalized. So we're hoping to get that information. I reached out today and I did not get an answer as to when we're going to get it. We're hoping either last week or this week. So I'll have a better understanding where we are the next meeting, and I'll keep you up to date.
Okay. Thank you. Clerk Patrick.
I have nothing.
Okay. One thing I have reached out to you regarding Committee of the Wholes in 2019. Starting in January, I would like to hold the Committee of the Wholes at 6 o'clock, if that's okay with everybody. Are you guys good with that?
Mm-hmm.
The charter is very clear and specific on mayor and council meetings, which says we have to hold them at 7:30. It does not address Committee of the Wholes. Our Committee of the Wholes have gotten longer due to the reports that I'm requiring in order to keep the council informed. So I thought if we could start earlier, then we should be able to get out at a reasonable time. Okay. Are there any committee referrals? Okay. We'll go to new business. Oh wait, I do have one more thing I gotta say. The council received an email from Monty Geisler, was sent to the councilor, objecting to supervision of certain work performed under 4th Street property. We are looking into her concerns. A similar email was sent to the mayor and building official previously. Like I said, we are looking into it, and that's all that I'll say at this point. With that, new business, Councilor Rusk.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution R-18-12-113. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to waive the bidding requirements of Groton Utilities Policy Number 1004, Policy and Procedures governing the purchasing practices of Groton Utilities, and issue a purchase order to EARTHLIGHT Technologies, LLC, 92 West Road, Ellington, Connecticut, for the purchase of material and installation to convert fluorescent fixtures to the remaining facilities audited to new light-emitting diodes LED technology fixtures in the amount not to exceed $153,707.86 to be paid from funds available in Groton Utilities Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiatives, RGGI Fund, held at the Connecticut Municipal Electric Energy Cooperative, CMEC. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Is there any further discussion?
Yeah, can I just ask Director Gade to...
Okay, Director today, and if you could grab the microphone. It is a directional mic, so you're going to need to get it closer to you than you did last time.
You know, I apologize. I'm ahead of myself. I had some notes here, and I'm looking at 116 instead of 114.
Okay. Is there anything else on 113? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Councilor Becker.
Resolution R-18-12-114. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council approve the contract for the period of January 1st, 2019, or contract execution, whichever comes later, through December 31st, 2019, with the State of Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, pending Groton Utilities Commission, Water Pollution Control Authority approval, and execute other such documents as may be required for funding under the Clean Vessel Act to operate and maintain one marine sewage disposal facility in the city of Groton, and that Mayor Keith Hedrick be authorized to execute the agreement and the city clerk to affix the city seal thereto. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Director Gade, could you come and talk about this? This is new. This was not discussed at the committee of the whole, and Director Gade or I will explain why that is.
This contract, the state gives to us last minute during the calendar year and expects a turnaround extremely quickly. So normally when we get it, it runs directly to the WPCA and to the City Council, and often because of the timing and the promise to get it to the state as quick as possible, it does go to City Council before it hits the... This year, in order to make it to the WPCA, which is the Utility Commission, it had to come here before the Utility Commission this month.
The Utility Commission meeting is on the 19th. So in order to get this approved before January, it had to come here first.
In most years, we do get this grant to help with running the unloading station.
Any questions or comments on this resolution? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Deputy Mayor Garish.
Thank you. Resolution R-18-12-115. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize the city of Groton to enter into an agreement between the city of Groton, city of New London, Thames River Innovation Places Incorporated, Niagara Partners, LLC, 11S Angel Street, 494, Providence, Rhode Island, for the preparation of the redevelopment analysis and action plan for the Thames Street, Bridge Street, Groton, and Hodges Square, New London, for total costs not to exceed $137,000 to be paid from Connecticut Nexi Grants Fund. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? This was discussed during the committee of the whole. Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Councilor Sheffield.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-18-12-116. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize the police department to accept a grant from the Department of Transportation, Office of Highway Safety for the fiscal year 2019 Comprehensive Driving Under the Influence DUI Enforcement Program in the amount of $10,900 and no cents. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Chief, could you come up to talk about this? This is new. This also has a time limit on it.
Correct. We apply for every grant issue when we get a chance to. It's a very valuable tool to us.
Is that turned on? It's a little button towards the top.
It's a very valuable tool to us for enforcement. We apply for every grant that we can. And this would be utilized to put additional patrol personnel out during high traffic times as a deterrence against DWI.
Just one comment. Thank you very much for being tenacious in pursuing these grants.
I can't take all the credit myself. Director Uhas is here. He does a great job. Juliet Parker is outstanding. It's very easy to apply for all the grants with the support network that we have.
Excellent. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Councilor Depot.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-18-12-117, therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize the finance department to issue a purchase order for treated road salt to Driven Enterprises Incorporated, 969 Cloverdale Circle, Weathersfield, Connecticut, in an amount not to exceed $41,500 and no cents, to be paid from funds available in the approved fiscal year 2019 Highway Department operating budget. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion. This is a new item. Director Uhas.
Normally, the amounts when we do purchase road salt come in underneath the $10,000 threshold. Last year was the first year we brought this to council. What happened was the salt shed got down to a level that was low, so they had numerous truckloads come in. And looking back, we actually had issued a check for $17,500 to fill the shed. So that, with that check going out for over the $10,000, we just wanted to be proactive and come to council and issue a purchase order. And that $41,500 is the amount that is budgeted for salt in the current year budget. So that's where the number came from.
Councilor Sheffield.
So how much was your initial amount that you started with, the 17,000? Has that been paid in?
No, that was last year. That was December 2017, and that's what triggered us coming last year to bring the salt and as a resolution for the council to approve it. So we just wanted to get ahead of the curve for this year as salt's starting to be delivered, in case we do run into an issue where we have 10 deliveries that come in and that we have another check for an amount over 10,000 that we would need council approval for.
And we want to get ahead of it, and we didn't want to have to be behind.
Right.
One of the things that we're trying to do is to anticipate all the expenditures that will require council or utility commission council approval. Any other questions on resolution 117? Councilor Rusk.
Just for clarification, so are we spending this much immediately, or it's going to be spent over the season?
Just to issue a blanket PO that'll cover the season, and again, that amount is right from the budget, from Tim's budget for salt. So if we don't need it, we won't spend it.
Okay, fantastic, thank you.
Thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, motion carries. Okay, I have here in front of me, I'll pass around a revised resolution 118.
Want me to write that?
Say again? Yes, the 118 will go to you, so this, use the revised one, please.
R-18-12-118. Therefore, be it resolved that the Mayor and Council, Groton Utilities Management, to issue 2 purchase orders to Howard Industries Incorporated, 175 Andover Street, Suite 105, Danvers, Massachusetts, for the purchase of 2 2500 kVA amorphous transformer for the new underground electric service to Grasso Technical High School in the amount not to exceed $46,567.00 each from customer provided funding and available in cash on hand in the approved fiscal year 2019 electric division operation and capital budget, pending Groton Utilities Commission Water Pollution Control Authority approval. I so move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. This was discussed during the committee of the whole. This was revised to specifically identify the location for the funding. So that's the only revision to this. Are there any questions from the council? Questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, motion carries unanimous. Okay, in front of you, you should have a new resolution 119. Councilor Russ, do you have that?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
would you please read that?
We have to add it to the agenda.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Thank you, Clerk Patrick. I need a motion to suspend the rules to add resolution R-18-12-119 to the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
So we have a motion. Is there any, and a second? Do we have any discussion? Okay, hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Now, Councilor Russ.
Resolution R-18-12-119. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council endorse, reject, or modify the 2018 Plan of Conservation and Development as presented and prepared by Planometrics, 70 Country Road, Simsbury, Connecticut. I so move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. The reason the motion is written as it is we'll discuss, and then we talked about the Plan of Conservation and Development during the committee of the whole. The choices that the council has either to endorse it, reject it, or modify it. And then once you decide here, we will amend the resolution to go in whatever direction you've taken. Okay? No?
Disregard.
Okay. Is there any discussion? Do you have any questions for the director? Okay, what is the council's pleasure on this? Endorse, reject, or modify? The Plan of Conservation and Development? Councilor Rusk?
I'm going to say that I'm comfortable with endorsing it because I was at the presentation. My concern is that we weren't aware that this was going to come up tonight and didn't have the opportunity to review it. So it becomes a little concerning to
Okay.
make a decision. Does it have to be done tonight?
Please?
First, I apologize for the confusion. I know you had asked a question about where do we go next, and I did mention that there was a public hearing on the 15th, and I did not make it clear that that there was an action that would require one of the 3 choices. The public hearing is on the 15th of January. There is another city council meeting, I believe, on the 7th. So if you decide that you'd want to table this and bring this up on the 7th so you have more time to review and make a better, more informed decision, that is certainly up to you. Or even if it waited further, the public hearing can still open and it would not close until we receive the council resolution. If just a word of note that if the council decided to reject the referral, it doesn't necessarily mean that the Planning and Zoning Commission would have to deny. That would just trigger the Planning and Zoning Commission would have to have the majority vote, a 2/3 vote of the commission. I just want to make sure that that's clear for the record.
I mean, just to finish my statement, I'm holding tight with I'm comfortable with it, but I've had a lot of time. I came to the hearing on it, and I've heard a lot about it. I just want to make sure that everybody else is comfortable with that.
Should the council choose to wait until, hold on, January 7th, what we would do, we would not table it, we would postpone it until a later date, that date being a specific date or specific event, and that is the mayor and council meeting of 7 January. That's the motion that we would put on the floor, should you decide that you do not want to vote on this. Any other discussion or comment? Councilor Depot?
So to clarify, did we not know that a motion was necessary? Or that a
Well,
resolution was necessary? rather?
I thought that what we talked about last time was that you guys didn't have to do the motion until after the
Hearing.
hearing.
Okay.
And then we found out this morning that that's not necessarily the case.
Okay.
It's new news to me, or I would have brought it to you. There's a Connecticut general statute.
It's in the Connecticut general statute. It comes to you 65 days before, before the public hearing opens, as well as the referrals to the COG, deep under the Coastal Area Management Act. I might have miscommunicated because when we reviewed the TIF, that was here just for consensus. The POCD referral was before you for the purposes of the 3 options that were laid out in the motion.
So what is the council's pleasure? Councilor Depot?
I mean, I agree with Councilor Rusk. I'm comfortable with it. I thought the presentation we had on it was thorough, and so I would personally be comfortable voting on it.
Okay.
But as Councilor Rusk said, I had the benefit of being here during the presentation, and
Okay.
So.
Councilor Beckford?
I'm comfortable.
Deputy Mayor Gash?
I'm good with it.
Councilor Sheffield?
I'm fine.
Councilor Carter? Okay, in that case, Councilor Russ, will you
We need to
amend your motion
to endorse.
to endorse?
Resolution R-18-12-119, therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council endorse the 2018 Plan of Conservation and Development as presented and prepared by Planometrics, 70 Country Road, Simsbury, Connecticut. I so move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on this motion?
That was a motion to amend.
That was a motion to amend, so
we need
you're
to-
right. Thank you. So what we're voting on is to amend the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Now we are voting on the amended motion. So we have it amended. I need a motion and a second, right? On the amended motion?
No.
Okay, so
Just
now
need
we're
to-
voting.
just
So
the
voting
first thing
on
we
the
voted on-
Motion as amended.
Okay, we're voting on the motion
Did I get a second?
as amended.
Okay.
Everybody know what we're voting on? I do now. Okay? All in favor? All in favor, say aye. Thank you. Opposed? Abstentions? Any motion carries unanimously. Back to the agenda. There is no executive session tonight. I will take a motion for adjournment.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.